We're starting to see why so many people save in Bitcoin. And the latest banking crisis is why many people save their dollars in Bitcoin. Because, listen, when you have your money in a savings account, it's cash. Cash is king. However, having all of your money in a savings account, that means your money's not working for you. We're always looking to deploy our dollars into investments, whether it's stocks, crypto, real estate. All three of those are good options. Diversifying into all of them are even a better option. But when it comes to Bitcoin, we're early, extremely early. And the latest banking crisis is why I save in Bitcoin. I want to dive into this article a little bit, give you some details here. So this is from bitcoinmagazine.com. This is an opinion piece by Mickey Moss, but it says here this was inevitable and it will continue to be inevitable in one form or another as long as the system exists as it is. When the fix is more printing money, which doesn't fix anything, the collapse will always be inevitable. That is why Bitcoin was created. That is why crypto exists. It's a hedge against inflation, especially Bitcoin. Now, this is also why I make 60 to 70% of my portfolio in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Reflecting on the events from this weekend, it says, I have a feeling that this is the only tip of the iceberg. It's only the tip of the iceberg. Setting the stage for what may come to be over the next few years. A slow motion train wreck of the financial and banking system, systematically dependent upon increasing levels of credit and debt, whipsawing between periods of inflation and near collapse as the financial levers are pulled in opposite directions in increasingly frequent periods. The fact is, the Federal Reserve caused this collapse. They didn't do anything in 2021. They, in fact, let us know that it was a made-up year, that we had no issues. And then all of a sudden in 2022, oh my gosh, we have a crisis. We have to raise interest rates like crazy. If we would have just raised interest rates a little bit in 2021, we probably wouldn't be in this spot today. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened. And in this opinion piece, they say the system as is cannot be fixed from within the system. They've gone too far. There's no turning back. They have to look somewhere else. Just maybe, they'll look at Bitcoin. Just maybe they'll look at a decentralized cryptocurrency that has no borders, that has no interests in mind. It is a fairer system. This is what we've said all along. Now, the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank has highlighted just how fragile the system has become as the Fed desperately tries to tighten and stem the tide of inflation that has swept the Western world, swept the entire world for the past year and a half. Quote, demand destruction, they call it, code for intentionally and artificially raising the cost of capital in order to cause unemployment. That is essentially what they're doing. They're trying to put fewer people working because that means fewer people are spending. And hopefully they can help ease the upward pressure on prices exerted by the quantitative easing, helicopter money, and supply chain destruction that defined the latest events that happened starting in 2020. The only answer was printing money to drive the yields down, to drive the markets back up, to keep the system from collapsing. In order to maintain confidence, though, the Fed quickly reversed the trend, participating in the most aggressive tightening cycle ever. The effects are now starting to play out in the banking system. That's what's happening. We're watching this play out. Who knows how many banks are already insolvent or close to insolvent? How many banks are struggling to remain afloat? We don't know until it comes to light. Who knows how many emergency meetings were held this past weekend by terrified executives, desperate to duct tape over the holes in their balance sheets before investors and depositors alike got wise. Maybe that's why we saw the rise in Bitcoin. Maybe we're starting to see the tides turn. And maybe, just maybe, the masses are starting to see why Bitcoin exists and why the future of money is on the blockchain. Let me know what you guys think about this down below. Appreciate you guys as always. Check out my Bybit link down below if you're looking to trade crypto. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.